Hello everyone, this is Liba Call. I usually work with students and provide feedbacks on their resume and cover letters. Due to the confidentiality issues, I cannot share their resume and cover letters here. So I searched online and found this supposed to be a good example from LinkedIn. So let me provide some feedback or feed forward to Sophia. Okay, hello Sophia. I have read your resume. I really enjoy reading your resume. You basically covered all those big components and the font, the size, the margin, the white places. They are all good. But my job is to help you to generate a really appealing resume so that can generate interview calls. And dive a little bit deeper into it. Okay, let's start from the very beginning. You put the kind of address there. That's right. That's the current practice. A phone number, email address. But you may want to put your LinkedIn profile there too, because they check your LinkedIn before they call you, right? If you can make their life easier, it's much more convenient for them. That's basically they will see you as a good team player. Your summary part, your summary part itself is good, but I will say you may want to improve it a little bit with more details, right? Right now it's a little bit general. Like if I ask you the question, do you see some differences between this one and your classmates' summary, right? It's kind of similar, maybe. So you want to give more details like working experience, academic skills, and also put a little bit of personal approach there, what kind of person you are. So that will be great. Before summary, there is also another one you may want to add. We call it the tagline. Like for example, the job you are applying for, just job title itself, or something is very important for you, right? Like the your value things. But normally, just use the job title. That would be easier for the reader, right? Another one you followed by your education. We may come back to this summary part later. Um, let's see this one. You have several years of experience. When you have working experience, you may want to emphasize your working experience, especially in this engineering field, right? They emphasize the practical experience. You have how many years? I think 3, 4 years. That's why, see, you need to put years of experience under your summary. I have to search the whole thing in order to find how many years experience you have. I just want to demonstrate, right? It's a little bit difficult for them to follow a couple of years of experience, right? Okay, let's look at this first job. You highlight the company, the job title, and also the date, right? When you highlight everything, nothing is highlighted, basically. If you want to highlight civil engineer, you may want to highlight civil engineer, right? If you want to, but leave others as normal, not highlighted, right? If you want to highlight the company, you may want to highlight the company. You can try that and see which one is better. Just explore that. I just gave you a little bit kind of different opinions, and hopefully together we can improve this, right? Let's look at the bullet point. Determine cost and cost of material and labors. What kind of material? Labors. What kind of labors, right? Labors for, say, accountant? Obviously not, right? But who knows? From here, you don't see the differences. All the general worker, carpenters, laborers. So you need to give those details. After they read the bullet point, they clearly understand what you have achieved, right? Here is a little bit not that much clear. Let's look at the second one, the golden caldwell one. Let's look at the second one. Prepared accurate cost estimate for the Cedar Village Hotel building project. Okay, this one, if you say this way, they are something I feel really good. Okay, they know your job project is Cedar Village Hotel, right? And you provide a cost estimate. What kind of cost estimate, right? And you said accurate. If you just say accurate without evidence, that's a little bit hard, right? Like if you give more details of how you do it by following this and that, but after doing that, you can say, oh, I provided accurate estimates. And so some details, if you can add, that will be great, right? Another one, let's move to next one. Updated technical document as necessary. Okay, this one is something you would be able to read from job description, right? If you think what they wrote on the job description, that's basically the job duty you're supposed to do, right? That's supposed to happen in the future after they hire you, right? That's what they are looking for from you. But here, you are not telling them what you could do in the future. You tell them what you have been doing in the past. That's the evidence to show you can do it, right? Like you need to give those detail again, right? Technical documents. What kind of technical document? Which I don't know. After read this one, I still don't know, right? And as necessary. What do you mean necessary? Right? You are a civil engineer. You know those standards, but who will read your resume first? Usually, those HR people will read your resume first, and they don't understand engineer standards very well, right? So you need to bypass them first. Not bypass. You need to meet their needs, right? So they can select you as a shortlisted candidate. You need to answer those questions, right? Updated technical document, what kind of technical document, and how you do it, how you did it, what's the result, by giving all those details. For example, you can say updated set daily report for those project something. When you do this, you said, oh, I do this once every day, or some weekly report or monthly report, something, right? I have no idea about this still after I read this one. And another one, I see you say assisted with, both of them assisted with. Try to not do that way. If you repeat them a lot, people may feel, oh my god, what you did, right? If you change you can say supported. That's the same thing, in my opinion, right? Yeah, but at least you create a little bit of excitement for the reader to continue read this. Okay, so for this experience part, just to discuss with you. You may want to add more details, more numbers, dollar signs, and percentage to give them more details. That's supposed to be evidence to show what you just said in the summary part, right? Next one for the certificate. The certificate part, because PNG is a regulated occupation, you may want to put this one under the summary so they will quickly catch the main point to to know your qualifications, and it doesn't need to have say 3 lines or 4 lines here, right? Okay, I said that we'll go back to the summary part. For the skills, if you just see from visual perspective, like at this point, I would say this skill part, everything is on the left hand side. To my eyes, they are not imbalanced, right? Like if you move this one skill part right after the summary, and you will have a little bit of balance, because the summary part you have those like paragraph thing, skills you have those words, and maybe you can separate them a little bit left, a little bit right, but do not use those 2 columns, just use the tab to separate them. And so those skills should be those skills you can find in the job descriptions, right? And again, maybe you want to move the education to to the end right after the experience, so people can see your experience first. What they read the first, they will remember. And also, when you put the education at the end, that's also the message the reader can remember easily. You put everything here doesn't mean they remember everything, right? So there are certain techniques for you to lay out this whole things. It's really easy to be remembered by the reader. I think, yeah, we can stop here. Overall, it's good. I just feel if you can add a little bit more details, some numbers, dollar signs, and also percentage to answer those W, how, tell your story, what you have achieved, that will be great. Then you have all those components, and the format are okay overall. Yeah, okay. Thank you.